and I'm doing a quick maxi dress tutorial. I'll be doing a couple of maxi dress tutorials, so this is just one of them for this summer of 2015. So if you guys have been following me, you'll see some of my videos from last year, and this is one of the dresses that I do have a tutorial on. Just scroll down my DIY videos. If you don't want to scroll through all the videos on my main channel, just go to my sewing channel, Kharyzma for You Fashion, and that's just strictly the sewing videos, so that you don't have to, you know, go through so much to find it. But you'll see how I made this dress. So I'm using this dress that I made as a pattern to make another one. And so now I'm doing the dress where I'm going to have it twisted at the top. And you'll see as I'm going along through it. If you don't have a dress to trace, you can always take the measurement from your true waist and then to however long that you want the skirt. And then what you would, the dress, and then you can take like a tank top. Because you see the front here is like a tank top. And then you would start to trace it out when you cut it, and then just flare out at the bottom on both sides. If you want it to have like a flare, or if you want it just fitted, then you would just go straight down and you can control the length. Okay, so I have my pin where I want to cut it, so I'm going to take this and fold it in half, because I'm just going to need this portion because we're going to do the top part in a separate part of the video. So now I have this already as my pattern. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut it out on both sides. Okay, YouTube, so for time's sake, I went on ahead and sewed this. But after you cut down the sides, you'll have your skirt like this. And I know you can't see it because it's inside out. You're going to pin down the sides. And then you're going to take it to your sewing machine and you're going to stitch down on both sides. Now, I already went ahead and did that. Also, what you're going to do is you're going to want to add elastic to this top part, because this is the part that's going to be at your waist. So you can measure the elastic out and add about, let me show you, right here, and add whatever number you get. You could add about 1 inch. And then you're just going to take this to your sewing machine. I would start at the seam. That's where you want to start your sewing, so it doesn't start at like an odd place. And then you place it there. Sew a little bit to catch the elastic on, and then you're gonna pull the elastic, not the fabric, but pull the elastic as you're going, and just sew all the way around. And then when you get that around it that first time, then you're just gonna fold it over and then do the same thing. Now you're gonna be stitching on the bottom of that so that you can get a clean finish. So now I'm done with that, and I'll show you the bottom part of the dress. There it is. So now you want to work on your top part. So we'll put this aside for now. And also, if you want, you can go ahead and hem the bottom of that dress. You're going to hem it by folding it over one time, and then about a ½ inch, and then another time again, and then just sew all the way around. You could do that on a zigzag if you're working with stretch fabric. Now you are going to take this, and I would say measure out about 13.5 inches. That should be able to cover from up to a D cup, I would think. And then put the pin here. And then I'm just going to cut across. So as you can see, I went ahead and cut across. Okay? So now, it's still going to be folded on this side, because it's almost like a halter dress. But not. It's going to be like a twist top. And this is the folded side of the fabric, so I'm just going to cut that piece so that I can have 2 pieces of fabric. See, we have 2 pieces of the strips of fabric right here, and this is what's going to be used as your top part. After you have your 2 pieces of fabric right here, you're going to take each of them and you're hemming them the longer way, like the width, I guess. Yeah. You're going to fold it over one time, and you're going to fold it over one time again. You can place pins along, and you're going to sew all the way down. You're going to do the same thing to the other side of this. You're going to fold it over one time, and then fold it over one time again and sew it. So you want to hem both of these pieces. So after you are done hemming your two pieces, it's time to attach it to the dress, and I've already attached it to the front piece, so I'll tell you really quickly. You would go to the side seam, and then you take one of your pieces, and that end part of that, you're going to attach it with a pin. You're going to place it with a pin on that side seam. That's how you're going to start it off, right? And then, so now, you're going to have two of these. So you want to have a space in the middle between, because this is going to crisscross over it. You see, and so when it crisscrosses, you're going to want to have this triangle right here that you see here. So you leave, this looks like about an inch or two. I'll leave it in the description box, or I'll put a caption and let you know how many inches it is. So when you do that, you may want to put pins there so that you know. So that's that middle part that you're going to leave. So now you start at the side seam to attach your piece, right? And so the whole thing is not going to fit there when, like, these pieces are going to be longer than the space that you're going to have between the side seam and that little triangle. So you're going to make it fit, and how you're going to do that is kind of like you're going to do pleats. You're going to take your fabric and you're going to fold it over and try to do it evenly on both sides, so that both, if you could see here, I have pleats in mine a little bit. You see those pleats here. You know, to make it fit. And you're going to pleat it, pin until it fits, and then you do the same thing, leaving that space here to the other panel. So when you're done pinning, you're going to take it to your sewing machine and you're going to sew it on a zigzag stitch, and then it's going to be attached to the dress like this. So then when you're done with that, you're going to cross it over, right? And then, so you're taking one, crossing over the other, and bringing it to the back. And you're going to do the same thing, taking it to that side seam. So it's kind of going to meet up that front panel. And then you're going to place pins. But on the back, you can go ahead and spread that out and do that to both. It's going to overlap, and then just pin it. And if I'm not explaining it properly, I'll put a link, because Meesha has a video on the same style dress, and I'll put a link in the description. Maybe she's describing how to do it a little better than I am. But that's all you're going to do. So after you cross it over and pin it onto the back, you're going to take it to your sewing machine and sew, and your dress should be done. Make sure you hem the bottom of the dress. You should have done that already. And I'll show you how I style this. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to all of you who have been making purchases on my online store and contacting me directly to make purchases. I really appreciate your support. Check out my online store at etsy.com/shop/Kharyzma4you, and I'm also on Instagram, instagram.com/Kharyzma4you. Thank you for watching.
What's up, world? Let's get it poppin' with CC Mixer. It's your boy Jeff Williams. Word. What's up, young world? It's Jeff Williams.
And Jay Lane.
You're listening to CC Mixer.